Welcome to the President's Diary, where we take a look at His Excellency Dr. President Irfaan Ali's week of activities. His Excellency started his week by announcing that government intends to create a world-class eco-resort that will boost the tourism industry.
This eco-resort will be linked to the sun, sand and sea. That is why we are building strong partnership with Barbados. Because if you have a family of 10, 7 might want to go to an eco-resort, but 3 might want to go on the beach. We have to be able to have a product that delivers to a wide section of the market.
Government's intention is to promote the country as a premier destination for wellness tourism, which is dubbed as one of the largest growing sectors in the world.
So we are out aggressively looking for a world-class investor for an eco-resort. We have a few interests. The Minister of Tourism is working actively on that. Secondly, we want to launch Guyana as a powerhouse and to promote Guyana as a premier destination for wellness centers.
President Ali also attended the sod-turning ceremony of Pasha Global and Bluebird Incorporated Hotel. With this hotel coming on stream in Guyana's capital city, Georgetown, right at Liliendal, some 150 rooms will be made available by the year 2024 to offset the growing tourism and hospitality industry.
In excess of 600 loads of sand has already been delivered to this site, in site preparation. That is a value of about 210 million Guyana dollars. That is just sand to prepare the site to get to this stage. If you multiply that by the number of drivers, the mechanics who service the trucks, the porters, the sand pits, the excavators that load the sand trucks, the fuel pump that give fuel to the truck to bring it here, then you would understand the multifaceted and integrated way and nature of development itself. It's not just delivering sand on the site. It is the multiply effect that we have to understand. It's that multiply effect that ignite the economy.
Dr. Ali also attended the sod-turning ceremony of a $35 million Sheraton Four Points Hotel at Houston, East Bank, Demerara.
So this area will become a massive economic zone. Thousands of jobs will be created in this area. This area will then be connected through a highway and linked to Ogle, going all the way down to the East Coast, where we'll have a new link moving into LBI and more. That entire corridor will then become a massive housing, commercial, industrial zone.
Dr. Ali said the development trajectory of the country is forward-looking, upward, dynamic, diversified, and bearing potential for investors. He said government is working feverishly to eliminate bureaucracy. He said 3 years ago, the approval process for projects such as the Sheraton Hotel would have taken years.
We want those bureaucracy to be eliminated. Checks and balances to ensure transparency and rigidity of the system are critical, but not to the expense of the project. So we are working alongside the developers to create the one-window approval system.
Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Dr. President Irfaan Ali, reminded the joint services to be mindful of their conduct in and out of uniform.
I want to assure you that the officers in uniform, you, the officers who will march off of this parade, you must be part of the development of this country.
The President also pledged his full commitment to ensure officers live a comfortable life.
I want to assure you that as your Commander-in-Chief, I will lead the charge to ensure that in the coming years, the dignity and honor and pride that comes with this uniform will be upheld in a way in which your welfare, your salaries will reflect the honor which you truly deserve.
President Ali has met with Guyana's victorious Caribbean Area Squash Association Junior Championship teams and congratulated them on winning the 2022 titles. During the engagement, President Ali challenged the young players to transcend the sport and become role models of the court. Guyana's squash team won both the boys and girls categories. President Irfaan Ali this week accepted the letters of credence from the High Commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago to Guyana, Conrad Inil. On May 26, 1966, formal diplomatic relations were established between Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. Over the years, the nations have shared a very fruitful relationship. In the line of hotels, President Ali attended the opening ceremony of the newly built $100 million Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. President Ali said the investment, which was conceptualized and built by a Guyanese, is iconic and transformational.
This building already has some history no other building could match. This is the first building that has so many heads of state and government staying inside before its opening. And let me tell you, they all enjoy it. You are going to be blown away. When you walk through this building, it is mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. There's serious thought that went behind it. There's details.
President Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali will be establishing a task force to create a conducive working environment for the hundreds of fisherfolk who ply their trade at the Meadowbank Wharf. The head of state made the announcement as he toured the facility in the wee hours on Thursday.
I wanted to be out here in the working environment and to understand the challenges that they're faced with in their environment that they operate in. So that is why I decided to come this morning so early.
He discovered a number of challenges during his almost 2-hour examination of the facility.
I've asked the Minister of Agriculture to immediately deploy a task force here to look at some of the low-hanging fruits, improving the environment, improving the security. I thought the police will have to work immediately on establishing a permanent presence here to support the industry here. Fisheries is critically important. It supports thousands of jobs. It supports thousands of truck drivers, the ice houses, the boat operators. So it is critical, and we are working on supporting this industry, building capacity.
President Ali also took time out from his busy schedule to meet the pastors Cyril Roberts and Jean Roberts. They lauded the president's drive to unite the nation. The president assured the religious leaders that his government is building a country that will promote prosperity for all Guyanese. He also committed to assigning a cabinet minister to work closely with them and their membership. President Ali also attended the opening of the New Haven Merchant Bank. He said all must contribute to build Guyana.
This has to be led by every single fragment of the Guyanese society. It has to have change even from the media perspective. If we want to ignite the type of debate that is robust, challenging, hard, but very focused, that is what the output of the debate must be. Focus on delivering an output that meet the criteria of uplifting this country and the people of this country.
As President Ali continued his work, he also attended the soft turning of a US $45 million AC Hotels Marriott at Ogle on the east coast of Demerara.
I want to assure you that by entering the market of Guyana, you will expand your regional horizon, because you have now officially not only further invested in the continued culture of the Caribbean, but you are now officially in South America.
So your investment today is going beyond the CARICOM region. I'm sure you may not have thought of it, but officially now you're investing also in a new region.
His Excellency said government is embarking on a transformational agenda that will see Guyana becoming a country second to none in another 8 years. President Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali laid out his government's strategic framework for the massive transformation, making it pellucid that no negative energy will hinder the journey. He also pledged the support for builders during the launch of the highly anticipated International Building Expo 2022.
In order to continue the aggression in the housing sector, and in order to make home ownership more affordable, and in order to lift more Guyanese out of poverty, and in order to increase the net worth of every single Guyanese, I wish to announce the following. I didn't hear you. I wish to announce first that for affordable homes $6 million and lower, the government of Guyana, with effect from the last day of Building Expo, will support home ownership by giving to every builder in this category the steel and one sling of cement that is required to build your foundation. For every other category of home ownership, young professionals, the middle income, from $6,001,000 to $25 million, we will give 2 slings of cement.
President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali, presented instruments of commission to 67 officers and 12 warrant officers. The second lieutenants, reserve officers, and warrant officers completed training under the Guyana Defense Force, GDF. The President reminded the officers that their commission requires them to be loyal and exercise good conduct.
Good conduct is a hallmark of discipline. It must characterize your interactions as officers. It must speak to your character and to your values.
He said good conduct will be a measure of their performance and will be used as a benchmark when they assess the performance of those under their command. Meanwhile, the Guyanese leader reminded officers of their responsibility to protect Guyana and adhere to the law.
You are called to be courageous in defending our motherland against all threats of aggression, incursions, invasions, or insurrections, and in support of the civil authorities. As your President and Commander-in-Chief, I urge you to be responsive to the challenges which lie ahead and to accept the responsibilities with your deployment within the force.
Meanwhile, His Excellency also launched the Girls Only Self-Defense Program.
Today, we're living in a changing world, a world in which we must teach some elementary skills very early to children. So one of the initiatives we planned for this, not summer, a lot of people say summer holiday, right? For this August holidays, is to help our children. We have a special program that we're launching today. That is the self-defense program, Girls Under 13 Self-Defense Program. Later this week, we'll launch a second program. That is the Art for Life program. That is where we'll bring children, boys and girls together to paint and to learn art right here at State House.
This has been the President's Diary, where we took a look at His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfaan Ali's week of activities. Thank you for watching and do join us again next week.